Hey y'all, it's your girl, Anisah Toronique. So, I had a situation. Have you ever been or have you ever went somewhere to get assistance, but then left out worse off than you were when you came in? Peep this. So, I went to the Apple store. This is my first time ever going to the Apple store. Um, because my storage kept saying I didn't have enough storage. I had already purchased a external hard drive of 1 terabyte and transferred all my pictures, all of my videos over to it. I deleted them from my phone, from the backup, the deleted folder, all that stuff. But it still kept saying that I didn't have enough storage space. I'm looking like, how is that possible? I had already rebooted the phone to give it like a little update, refresher. Still wasn't working. So I go to the Apple Store for assistance. And the one guy, he was assisting. We was going through all the channels, all the protocols or whatever. And we did a backup from the current one, so it should say or see that there's no pictures there to be backing up, so to wipe everything else out, supposedly. That still didn't work. So we went and confirmed that all my stuff was on my external hard drive, and we were just going to do a factory reset or whatever the case may be. So I'm waiting. It took about an hour, hour and a half or whatever for the second backup to go through. So he had to leave. I guess his shift was over, whatever. And another young lady filled in for him. So by the time he left, probably 10 minutes after he left, that's when the backup finished. So I'm like, okay, great. Here it is. We're ready to go. So then she comes over, is like, okay, well, let's go ahead and start doing, I guess she started going through and doing all the backup stuff without even like letting me know. So then I guess she had already hit the button to reset the phone to factory. But then after she did it, she asked me, hey, do you know your password to get back into your iCloud? I was like, I got so many passwords. I don't know about heart. I said, use this face recognition or whatever. I said, but I have it in my notepad, which is on my phone. And she looking like, so this chick done asked me a question, did the action after the fact. Why? Like, why would you ask me that question after the fact? Like, my thing is, I feel like that's probably tech 101 in regards to before you factory and completely wipe out somebody's phone, is to confirm that they have their password and their information. I mean, mind you, yeah, I can know things by heart, but I'm like, shit, we change passwords almost every other day because of hacking and stuff like that. So I can't just be remembering stuff off the top of my head. That's why I got the notepad. And that's why they have the little Google save, iPhone save, all that stuff. That's what that's for. Like, technology has been a blessing and a curse, but at the same time, why would you, that's like I said, that's tech 101. Make sure you confirm with the person that they have their login, because of the fact that this stuff is going to be gone. Gone, 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 gone. So mind you, I'm looking at her like, ooh, Musa, Musa. So at this point, I'm over here literally ratting my brain out, trying to visually see if I can see my notepad without seeing my notepad, to try to remember what the passwords could be based off like just memory. And I couldn't remember what the thing is. I done try to do the password so many times that obviously the account was already locked out. So I had to do a recovery, password recovery. And it says it's going to take 24 hours. I'm like, okay, I can go 24 hours without any contact. Literally, I had no phone numbers, no text messages, no nothing. The phone was like brand new out the box. I couldn't do nothing. And I can't remember nobody's numbers, so I can't talk to nobody, text nobody, do nothing unless y'all text me first. So I leave. I wait the 24 hours. And then when I go to do the password reset, it says it's going to take 2 more days. So I called customer service. I was looking like, hold up, why are they saying it's taking 2 more days for them to verify the information? So I'm already pissed, and I'm like, look, lady, this ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm letting it be known, like, my frustration is just being frustrated because I went to get help and I'm in a worse situation. So she's like, I understand. And she advised, well, they should have told you it's going to take 24 hours to determine how long it would take to verify my identity so that I can unlock my account. I said they absolutely did not. They said, oh, you have 24 hours. You good. That's all they said. So at this point, I ain't really never done no complaint, but I did a complaint. I was like, let me put in a complaint because this is just absurd. I was really pissed off. And I was like, well, this is customer service. I said, let me call the store and put in a complaint. So I literally called the store back, asked to speak to her manager, and the girl was like, oh, everybody's tied up right now. I can relay your message. Absolutely not. I'll wait for a manager. What I got to do? I can't call nobody. I can't text nobody. I can't do nothing. So I ain't got nothing but time. So I sit. About 10 seconds later, somebody was available. So I talked to the manager, tell him the whole spiel, and he was like, I'm so sorry. I really apologize, which she didn't even do at all. She was just looking dumbfounded. So, I hear you, girl. So at this point, I was like, well, she need to be retrained, documented it, or whatever I said, because that's a serious act for you to like just start doing stuff without getting the customers okay to go ahead and start doing it or whatever. And he was like, I do apologize, but just to be, frank and honest, she is new. She just got on the floor. I said, so why she not being shadowed by somebody? Why is she not shadowing somebody to make sure she's doing what she's supposed to be doing so she don't mess up like she did with me? So we went through all that, but then he kind of pissed me off a little bit because he tells me, he was like, oh, well, you should always have your information in another location, da 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 da. Don't try to put this on me. I don't care. Like, don't do that. I had access to my passwords. So don't try to make it seem like I should have had my stuff in another location because of her wrongdoing or whatever the case may be. So at this point, there's nothing that they can do. They can't expedite, the situation. It has to just take its course in regards to the 2 days. So I had my little moose-eye moments, and I was able to go to go get me a pedicure and, just relax a little bit. But at the same time, when I did get text messages or a phone call, I'm like, hello? I'm like, hey, not to be funny, but da-da-da-da. It's like, oh, I thought something was wrong because you popped up green and not blue because of the iPhone. I was like, yeah, good. I'm glad you noticed. So, but at the end of the day, life goes on. I got my phone back now. Everything is up and running. I have to put everything back on it individually or whatever because of whatever they did in the back end. I ain't got time for all that. But I do remember on my notepad that I can share my notes with someone. And I do have a secondary iPhone. So lesson learned, I will be putting my information in another spot, not in a notebook, but I'm going to share it to make sure I have access to it. I did just purchase a Mac Airbook or whatever you call it. So I'm going to sync those together to where I'll still have access. So even though it was a frustrating situation, you can always find the lesson in it. So just wanted to get that off my chest. I don't know if somebody else been through a similar situation where you went somewhere for help and then you got even worse assistance than you walked in the door with, or if you had the same experience or some type of experience or situation that's similar with just dealing with phones in general. Like, we in this together, but not together. Because the struggle is our own. But sometimes you just want to, get it off your chest. So that's what I want to do. So, bye.